Where's our camera? We've got a dog in our camera.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Sponsored pilot.
We've got a light in our camera. Let's. Sorry guys, I'm just going to sort this out.
Better. Can't see us properly.
Alrighty. Come a bit further. There we go. Oh, baby cheese is coming. It's coming, baby
It's
cheese.
on its way.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to move that way. That's it.
Alright. How is everyone?
Good evening. We're here.
You're still off camera, Warren.
No? No.
Yeah.
Good evening.
You're going to have to squidge in real close because I'm going to have to steer the ship.
Yeah, good. Alright, very good. I'm at the hospital with baby cheese. Everyone wish the best.
Cheese. How long's she been in labour, Cheese? Is it just started or are we getting close? Did we live stream from the hospital? Where are you? How do we get there? That's exciting, Cheese.
So up for racing on the weekend, didn't land on the weekends, very good.
Yeah. So you'll be at the race on the weekend then, I take it, Guy. Yeah. plenty of time to get your quads fixed and, you know, she'll be fine.
Mrs. will still be in hospital, it's alright.
Yeah.
Do it now while you can. It won't happen again.
Yeah, so welcome to Quod. We have a pretty exciting announcement.
Yes.
So, we've decided to change up the format a bit. Actually, people are saying that we're getting really bad internet, so maybe we need to
No live stream.
People able to see us, or is it just really choppy? It's really choppy.
Just checking it out now. No, there's nothing coming through. Here we go. It's very choppy.
Okay. Sorry guys, we're just looking into the technical difficulties. Give us a sec.
You'll notice where we're actually sitting. We've already moved once to try and get better streaming, so we're aware of it. What are we looking at?
Terrible.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna have to move inside.
Alright, we're doing one more move. Bear with us.
Internet issues. Have to migrate. Is that any better?
Don't look at. I'll look on me. Hopefully.
Alright, if you can hear us fine, then we'll just have to put up with that and the video. If the video is stuttering, sorry about that. You don't need to see much.
It looks good.
So, announcement.
Yes.
We're going to change the format. Your subscriptions won't change at all. What we're going to do is actually going to change up the draw format. So instead of doing a draw every 30 days or every month, we're actually going to change to weekly.
More chances.
More chances. And the way that it will be worked out is if you had a subscription payment come through in the last 30 days, you'll be eligible for the draw. Every 4 draws, we will do a supporter draw only. So you'll still get your special supporter draw. Supporters will still get 2 entries into every other draw. So pretty much your same benefits for your membership, but we're going to draw more often, and we're going to just draw one thing a week
per week
and send one thing a week. So a little bit different, but we're hoping it'll make it a bit more exciting. Every week you get a chance to win something, and you can jump on the draw in the last minute if you're not on it. So yeah, that's going to be happening as of tonight. So starting tonight, we're giving away just one item. I guess we do the normal thing where we talk about what's been
What's
happening.
been happening here and what we're giving away tonight.
Yeah.
Which will be a fly colour 4-in-1.
Yeah, so we're giving away another Fly Colour 4-in-1 today. I am still yet to hear a bad word about these things. They are performing like absolute machines. 60 amp capability, 4 to 6S. Like they're insane. They're an insane bit of kit. So really cool that we were able to give them away. And these were actually donated by Fly Colour to give away. So they're not. They're just a good, really good quality ESC, really reliable, and I think they're probably the new player.
And as you said, they've been out there for a while, with people we know and stuff like that. And there's been not one negative comeback. So
yeah. Fly Colour know the game. They've been in it a long time. So I have no doubts that they're going to keep bringing out really good kit. We've also introduced something we talked about, and we roundtabled this with quite a few people and sort of figured out the way to do it. We've actually introduced I don't know what to call it.
A grading system.
A grading system. A win penalty.
Yeah.
A handicap.
Yeah, handicap. Yes. Winner's handicap.
Winner's handicap. So effectively, if you won within the last 3 draws, you will have a mark against your name that will reduce the amount of votes you have in a draw. So basically, you have 100 votes in each draw if you're a supporter, and you have 200 votes in each draw if you're 100 if you're a subscriber, 200 if you're a supporter, and if you won in the last draw, that will be reduced by 30%. If you won in the draw before that as well, it will be an additional 20% stacking, and the draw before that as well, an additional 10% stacking. So a total possibility of nearly 50% of your votes to be taken away if you won 3 times in a row. But if you just won one of those, it's either 30% or 20% or 10% off your total vote count. So you'll actually just have a slightly diminished amount of votes in the draw, just to share the love, really, just to spread it out. So in order to do that, I've actually designed and programmed a new program which we're running tonight. It's a custom built program specifically to do Kwod code draws. It's brand new.
It's tested well.
It's tested reasonably well. It's had some issues, so hopefully tonight the draw runs smoothly. But yeah, we'll get to that shortly. What's happening in the world of FPV? Well, Rotor Riot continues to implode.
We watch their slow destruction, which is very amusing.
We do. We continue to watch Rotor Riot implode. And also the big one I think this week is the controversy Armatan.
The Bardwell. Yes,
what is going on there?
It is not going well for them.
So I mean, look, for those who aren't really across it, I mean, there's been some back and forth, some vitriol. Joshua Bardwell released some videos saying Armatan's carbon is crappy. Armatan released a statement saying, yes, our carbon is crappy, but it's not our fault, it's someone else's fault, and it's not their fault, it's someone else's fault down the line. And basically, said there is issues elsewhere. Then Joshua Bardwell issued probably a half-hearted apology. I wouldn't even call it an apology. I would call it a very insincere apology to Armatan. So
after being threatened, I think that's what really
after being threatened by Chris LaRue. So I don't know. It's a bit weird. There seems to be a lot of drama in that world right now.
Well, there's also the Bardwell TBS thing too, because now Travi on his last stream has said that he won't supply any more products to Bardwell for testing because it's not in the interest of TBS to have him testing their products.
Yeah.
So anyway, it's just companies not wanting the finger pointed when they've done something wrong. And so,
and I think, I mean, look, Bardwell's of a certain size that, his influence matters. So I guess if you piss off the wrong person, that's just what happens. But I think look, that's Quads, isn't it? Like, it's such a hype motivated industry that it's no surprise that some things will go in and out of favour. And
we were talking about it the other day, and we were sort of seeing the similarities between the Armaton and the Stingy new frame with the
forged carbon.
Yeah, the forged carbon.
Yeah.
And once again, it's another thing of people, and most of us, as we were talking about the other night, are in the know about carbon and know that neither of the carbons that we used were actually structural carbon. So that was the bottom line fault in both of them.
Yeah, I mean, look, I don't know enough about the Armatan carbon to really say what it is. I mean, I'm not a carbon fibre expert really. When it comes down to it, I'm not a materials engineer, so I don't know. But what was really evident was that it wasn't holding up to the purpose, and whether that's the choice of the carbon or whether it is actually a fault down the line somewhere, it wasn't up to standard. And I think the same is true of that stupid forged carbon thing. Now that one was genuinely stupid because you take carbon off cuts and you stick them in resin. And the resin that was designed originally was to make carbon fibre that fits into unconventional shapes in motor vehicles, to create shapes that were, not needed to be moulded. Not really. Well, they were moulded, but not with the same amount of carbon fibre material. So you could make really lightweight car parts that were non-structural. Non-structural.
Yeah.
And there is forged carbon that has structural purposes, like you can get bicycle parts, you can get things like that, but they're not high structural load, they're not impact load. Yeah. So that was never going to work. But I mean, we're talking about like 8 months ago now.
Yeah, that's right. Happened. But that disappeared, and it looks like what Armatan's done too is they're no longer supplying their quote space age carbon as new purchases anymore, but they will replace your space age carbon if you want it again on their warranties.
Yeah, right.
So that's their stance at the moment. Yeah, so they haven't really admitted fault or anything. They've just said we're not going to supply it anymore. So anyway, you take that as you will. But really, what Bardwell was doing was what his job is, which is giving us an honest opinion of what he found. And I think what he really got pissed off with too was he was having issues tuning the new one-piece base plates with mid-throttle oscillations.
Yeah.
And that's where the argument ensued with him and Chris LaRue, which is a bit crazy really, because we're not even sure if Chris LaRue flies. So yeah, it was. Anyway, that's their business. But the usual drama that goes on within our community, usually generated over in the USA, afraid.
Yeah.
But anyway, it keeps us entertained.
Yeah, definitely keeps me entertained. I find it hilarious, really.
Biz loves the new Rotor Ride videos.
Biz is such a fan of everything, though. He just loves that fair content. I love that about you, Biz. You're just such a lover. That's what you are.
I could see him sitting down and watching the noobs videos they've been putting up lately. What goggles to buy. And,
yeah.
Have you figured out when you're positive and you're negative?
You figured out what goggles to buy yet, Biz? So what we're going to do, I think we're just going to do the draw now.
Yeah.
So these are probably going to be short and sweet, and we're just going to talk about what's happened during the week, if anything's happened. If not, we're just going to do a draw. So we're going to, cut down the time.
So it'll be next Wednesday again. We'll be back on for another draw.
It might actually be Thursday.
But as usual, I'll bomb everyone and you'll know.
You'll know
where it's at.
You'll know when it's coming.
I'll be annoying as usual.
So we're going to try and get this draw going now. And I'm just going to figure out precisely how to do this, because let's make sure I've got the right. Okay. There's a weird import button sitting in the middle of the list, but that's alright. I'm just going to wait for this to catch up on the stream just to make sure we've got the right looking setup. I need to move that import button, obviously.
Hello, Mooney. I'll be designing a track tonight, Mooney. Since I was such a lucky winner.
You can teach me how to OBS, Mooney. Yes, please. You are the OBS master. Alright. So it's come up on the stream now. So what we have is we have a list of entrants. Not all the vote assigned entries have updated, but you'll actually be able to see when someone's drawn down in this column here, and yeah, we'll see the names get displayed as it goes. So all the entry counts will load up as it goes. What I might do is just see if I can get this to full screen, just because, there we go. Alright, now that should be full screen for everyone so they can see their name, etc. And we're going to give that a draw.
Yep.
Now there is a couple of blanks in there, so if we get a blank, it's a redraw. Here we go. It's coming.
It's working well. Ooh,
James Pearson. Can you believe James Pearson won an ESC 2 months ago and actually had penalty votes? He was drawn 14 times in this draw and still won. So
there you go. That's the way it goes.
Absolutely, that is amazing luck. He's won 2, 4 and 1 ESCs from Quod. But you know what? He had penalty votes against him, so
yep.
It was unlikely he was going to win.
Yep, that's right.
But there we go.
That's the way it goes.
So I'm going to do some more work on this program.
Yep.
Get it ship shape. But as you guys can see, it's a little bit sharper than a crappy Excel sheet that would break every time I used it and go blank screen. So we're getting there. It's going to be a lot more professional, and Mooney's going to give me some coaching in OBS so I can do more appropriate scene changes,
yes.
Which I know is really more possible, but this was a real last minute job to get this program finished and working. So I will get better transitions going, Mooney, I promise. All right.
We can't steal your thunder, mate. We know you're the best.
All right. Thanks, guys.
All right, thanks a lot, and we'll see you next week.
Chat to you next week.